Today, I will talk about how to use Excel to perform a two-sample t-test. An unpaired two-sample t-test is used when two separate sets of independent samples are obtained, and the mean from each of the two populations is compared. Sizes and variances of two samples may or may not be the same. A paired two samples t-test is used when the means of the same group of people before and after a treatment are compared. Before we start, we need to install Analysis ToolPak in Excel. If you are using a MacBook like me, go to Tools. Select Excel Add-ins and check the box Analysis ToolPak. Click OK. Now, go to Data. You should see the tab Data Analysis. For Windows, go to File, Options, Add-ins. Under Manage, select Excel Add-ins. Click Go. You can install Analysis ToolPak similarly. Now, let's start with an unpaired t-test with equal variances. Here, we have the exam scores of samples from two groups, A and B. I wonder whether the population mean scores of two groups are different. In other words, whether their difference is 0 or not. So, I set up a two-tailed test as follows. To perform the test, select Data Analysis. Select t-test, two-sample assuming equal variances. For variable 1 range, select cells A2 to A20. For variable 2 range, select cells B2 to B15. For hypothesized mean difference, put down the number on the right-hand side in your hypothesis. You can change the level of significance by changing the value of alpha. For output range, I select the cell D1 to export the result. In the report, you have all information of two samples, such as the sample means and sample variances. Since it is a two-tailed test, we look at the two-tailed p-value. As it is less than the level of significance 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. There is a significant difference between two means. Next, we perform an unpaired two-sample t-test with unequal variances. Again, we have the exam scores of samples from two groups C and D. This time, I wonder whether the population mean score of group C is greater than that of group D by 10 marks. As a result, it will be a one-tailed test as follows. Go to Data Analysis. Select t-test, two samples assuming unequal variances. Then fill in the blanks similarly as before. This time, we look at the one-tailed p-value. Since it is greater than the level of significance 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Lastly, we perform a paired two-sample t-test. Here, I have the exam scores of the same group of students before and after a revision session. I wonder if there is any progress after the revision session and set up a one-tailed test. Go to Data Analysis. Select t-test, paired two-sample for means. Fill in the blanks similarly as before and export the result. Here, we look at the one-tailed p-value. Since it is greater than the level of significance 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. That's how you run a two-sample t-test in Excel. I hope it helps. See you next time.